Hello everyone, welcome back once again in computer science class. In today's session we are going to discuss algorithms and flowchart. So first you need to understand that what is algorithm. Algorithm is nothing, is just a step by step procedure to solve any kind of problem. And what is flowchart? Flowchart is just nothing, it is a graphical representation of an algorithm. So algorithm is a what step by step procedure to do any kind of task. And what is flowchart? Flowchart is just a graphical representation of algorithms. Okay, so now let's take an example. How do you prepare a sandwich? So there are so many steps. First, you have to take two slices of bread. That is first step. Second, cut their edges. Third step, spread butter on both sides. That is third step. Fourth step is what? Put the veggie stuffing on one slice. Put sliced salad like cucumber and tomatoes on the other slice. And six, join the two slices together and then heat the sandwich in a toaster. Now your sandwich is ready. And you must might be thinking that this is a cooking lesson. No, it is not a cooking lesson. It is all about the algorithm. Because as you know very well, algorithm is a step by step procedure. These are the step by step procedures. Step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, 5, 6 to solve any kind of problem. Problem is what? To prepare a sandwich. That was the problem. This one. How to prepare a sandwich. So these are the step by step procedures. So algorithm is what? It is a step by step procedure in logical order to solve any kind of problem. Logical order. Order should be correct in logical manner. So algorithm forms the basis of programming language. Okay. To solve any kind of problem, first you need to analyze the problem. What is problem basically? Understand the nature of this problem. Then you have to prepare a sequence of step by step methods to work on the input according to which the computer prepares the output. So basically what are these steps that we are basically working on inputs. So these are the step by step methods. First what we have to do, second what we have to do, after that third, fourth, fifth, so that we can achieve our goal, achieve our target, achieve our output. So before getting output we have to give input. Okay, so let's take another example. Suppose that if you want to calculate the average of two numbers. Okay, so how you will be able to get the average of two numbers in a calculator? So what you have to write, what you have to do? So first you have to turn on the calculator. सबसे पहले आपको कैलकुलेटर क्या करना है, ऑन करना है. आफ्टर दैट व्हाट यू हैव टू डू नेक्स्ट, इंटर द फर्स्ट नंबर यू हैव टू इंटर. आफ्टर दैट you have to press the plus button is for adding, addition. Next, fourth, enter the second number. After pressing the second number you have to press the equal button to display the sum, first number and second number. After that, what is the sixth step? Now in sixth step you have to divide the addition of two numbers by 2, because you have to find the average value of these two numbers. So divide by 2, we have to press division symbol, division key, okay, from the calculator. After that, at the end you have to press equal button, and now you will be able to see the average. So this is what at the end, this is your output, this is the output, and these are what, these are the inputs. This is input. Suppose that this is first is what, input, plus symbol is what, that comes under the processing part. Second is also a input, and in equal symbol this will calculate the addition of these two numbers, first number and second number. So this is a processing part. Processing means it will perform calculation. Calculation is what, adding. here in the step number 6, again it will calculate the what division. Okay, it will divide the total sum by 2, so it is also a processing. So what we are doing, we are giving input, computer is processing it and giving the output on a display screen. So that's all about is what input, processing, output. This is known as IPO cycle. Input, processing, output. We are giving input, numbers as an input, processing, P for processing. In processing we are performing, we are calculating addition or division, and output, on output display screen we are getting the output, that is average in this question. Clear? Now coming to the next, what is flowchart? Flowchart is just nothing. It is a graphical representation of all these steps that we are writing in a algorithm. Okay, with the help of shapes we are just highlighting these steps, okay, in a sequential manner. So a flowchart is just nothing, is a graphical representation of an algorithm containing step by step instructions. Okay, instructions inside the shapes to solve any problem. It is just nothing. Flowchart is what, whatever you have written in an algorithm part is just reflect in a graphical form. It will give, there are lots of symbols are there in which it will contain the data values, it will contain the input part, it will contain the processing part, it will contain the flow lines, it will contain the output part. So there are different kinds of symbols are there from which it will hold the data values. Okay, so flowchart is just nothing, is a graphical representation. It contains different uh, steps like input, processing, input, process, decision making, or output. So these steps are written inside geometrical symbols and connected with each other through flow lines. All these shapes are connected with the help of flow lines. Okay, so first symbol is what, this symbol is known as oval shape. This symbol is not a rectangular symbol, this is oval, this is rounded from its corner, this is rounded. So this type of shape is known as oval shape. This box is also known as terminal box or start and stop box. Whenever you have to make a flow chart, you have to start from this box. First, you have to make terminal box, that is also known as start box. Okay, and flowchart will ends with this same box, starting and ending will be same from this box. Okay, this box is basically used for starting or ending. When you are going to make a flowchart, you have to put first this symbol for starting, and whenever you are going to end your flowchart, so you have to put this symbol, and here you have to write end. Okay, next is an input and output box. Input box is used to take inputs like in the previous example we have taken two numbers for addition and after that average. So we will take a and b, a comma b as an input, and output box, it was reflecting the average value of these two numbers. So in output box we will show the output. So this is the input and output box. Basically, as the name suggests, this box contains the steps to input data or to show the output. It is in the shape of parallelogram shape. This is a parallelogram shape. Parallelogram shape, जिसको हिंदी में समांतर चतुर्भुज भी बोलते हैं. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, that is processing box. It is a rectangular shape box. This is just a rectangular shape. Okay, it is not a what square, it is a rectangular because length and width are not equal. So processing box is a box where all the processing steps are shown. Processing steps means calculations, data interpretations, and many more things. It is in the shape of rectangular. Here you can put a plus b or a plus b by 2, this kind of symbol, because here we have to show the processing. Next, these are the flow lines. Flow lines, with the help of flow lines, we can connect, we can direct the order in which the computer will understand the instructions, which instructions the computer have to execute next. So by choosing, by giving this flow lines, a computer will be able to understand that now this instruction we have to execute. This is what, this is a decision box. It is just like a diamond shape and demonstrates as an operation that needs logical decision making. Logical decision making, suppose that you have to check a number is greater or b number greater. So we have to put the condition a is greater than b. If the a is greater than b, so true part will execute, otherwise false part will be executed. So this is kind of decision. If a is greater than b, so this part will be executed, otherwise b is greater than a, so false part will be executed. So notice that two arrows are coming out of it. First arrow is coming in, and first and last, these two arrows are coming out. So two arrows are coming out and one arrow is coming in. So that is in arrow, that is out arrow. First one and second one. Clear? So these arrows indicates basically both course of actions. Means what kind of processing will execute. It will decide. Next, connectors. Connectors, basically these are the circular shaped, or you can say the rounded shapes. Okay, box, basically these shapes box are used when the flowchart is too lengthy or too fit to in a single page. If you are not able to make your flowchart in a single page, you have to use connector. Connectors are basically used to end of your page at the start of another page to indicate the continuity of the flowchart, nothing else. Okay, it shows the continuity. Next, now I'm taking an example how to add two numbers. So here this is a flowchart. I'm just making a flowchart, and in which this is a terminal box or input box, you can say that. Here you have to write start of always. Here you have to write start. This is fixed. After that you have to take input, that is a parallelogram box. You have to read two numbers a and b, because we have to calculate addition of two numbers. So two numbers you have to take as an input, so a and b. After that, these are what, these are the flow lines. These arrows in downward direction shows this is what, these are the flow lines, which instruction is going to be executed by the computer system. This flow lines is showing. Okay, after this instruction will execute. After this flow lines it shows that this processing box will execute. Sum is equal to a plus b. A plus b is what, these are two numbers which I have already taken as an input, and we are performing the addition operation, and we are assigning these value in a sum part. Sum is a variable name where we are assigning the addition of these two numbers. Clear? Now the sum is what, the addition of two numbers. Here I'm just going to show on a display screen. So that is our output box, again same parallelogram box, because input box or output box are same. So we can write print sum, and after that, as you know very well, start box and end box is same, but you have to write start for starting, for showing starting, and stop for ending. So you have to write stop. Clear? Next, another example how to calculate the area of rectangle. So as you know very well, if you want to calculate the area of rectangle, you need two things. First length, and second is breadth. So length, that is L, breadth is B. Okay, so these, first you have to start from terminal box. Here you have to write start. After that you have to take input. This is the input, this is processing, this is a process, and this is output. Clear? In as an input you are taking two values L and B. After that you are going to multiply in processing box, that is rectangular shape box, length into breadth. After that, after applying multiplication, you are assigning the value in a area variable. So area is a variable which holds the value of length into breadth. Now you have to display the area. So we have to make parallelogram box. This is your parallelogram shaped box, that is known as output box. Output box. Here you have to write print what area you have to print, and at the end you have to write stop because you are going to end your flowchart. Clear? Next, prepare a flowchart to compare two numbers A and B and displays the larger one. So first you have to take two numbers because you have to display which number is larger. Okay? So again we have to start terminal box. You have to write here start of. Okay? After that, this is a flow line that's showing. Next, this box is going to be executed. This is what input box. Here you have to take again two values because we have to find the greatest one or largest one, you can say that. Now you have to make a decision box because you have to find the larger one. So there is a way of writing in decision method is what is a question. Is A is greater than B? क्या A B से बड़ा है? तो यहाँ पर दो कंडीशन आती हैं. इफ A is greater than B, अगर ये कंडीशन क्या है? ट्रू है. ट्रू है मतलब 1 है, मतलब सही है. अगर A B से बड़ा है, then we have to print in the output box, print A is the our display. This is our output. Otherwise, अगर ये कंडीशन फॉल्स हो जाती है, अगर A B से नहीं बड़ा है, it means B will be greater than A. So क्या print कर दे? That is print B. That is also a output box. So this type of condition, if you want to check, you have to make a decision box, that is diamond shaped box. This is known as decision box. ठीक है? This decision box, diamond shaped box is known as decision box. And at the end, here there is no need to write stop. Stop here, there is no need to write because you have to connect this output to the stop part. If this part is not going to be executed, this part will be executed. If this part is not going to be executed, this part will be executed. So either one of them will be executed. Clear? What are the advantages of flowchart? It is a graphical representation used in flowchart, makes the steps more defined and exact. The steps are clear, outlined, any error can be easily checked. You can find any error in very easy manner or you can rectify it. The logical steps are defined in the step-by-step, illustrations which helps in better communicating the process to a particular user. So flowcharts are very effective in translating the plain algorithm for solving any kind of problem step by step. So the step-by-step method of flowchart helps in understanding the problem in better manner. Nothing else. Clear? Now coming to the next, this is a question you have to do. Prepare a flowchart to compare two numbers. Two numbers you have to take input. This one. If the first number is greater than second number, first number is A, second number is B. So if the first number is greater than B, that is a decision box condition. I'm going to check. If A is greater than B, find and display their difference. Otherwise, find the sum. अगर A B से बड़ा है तो हमें क्या डिस्प्ले करना है? Difference. Otherwise, we have to display the sum. So I'm just writing the condition is A is greater than B. If the condition is true, here you have to write true. If the condition is true means 1. If the condition is true means 1, 0 means false. If the condition is true, you have to perform the subtraction. That is the processing box. This is what? Processing box. A minus B. And here you have to perform, if the condition is wrong, means B is greater than A. So this box will be executed. Again, this is a processing box, a rectangular shape box. Here you have to perform addition operation. Value will be saved in a sum and it will display the sum in what? Output box. Clear? And here you have to write the terminal box after that. Here you have to print the subtraction, and you have to convert. You have to link this to the end of the flowchart. Nothing else. Now this is the example you have to do. Accept two numbers and multiply them. First you have to accept two numbers. Okay. So I'm just going to write here start. Accept two numbers and multiply them. Print yes if the result is greater than 50. Otherwise print no. Okay. So what you have to do, start, you have to take here, read two values as an input, a comma b. C is equal to a into b, that is a multiplication that coming in a c value. If this value is greater than 50, the question is saying that if the result is what, c is the result. If the result is greater than 50, so it will print yes. Here it will print yes, otherwise it will print no. And this is your output box. Here you have to write stop. Clear? Next question, to calculate the average of three numbers ABC. So here you have to first read start. After that you have to read these three numbers, read ABC. To find the average value you have to write the formula ABC divide by 2, and you have to, here you have to write the display, because average you have to display, and at the end you have to write stop box. Clear? So that's all about this session. In this session we had discussed about the flowchart, algorithms, how to make a flowchart in computer programming. Thanks for watching.